Welcome back to Tabletop Assault. I'm Ross.
And I'm Eoghainn.
And today we're going to bring you a 1500 point battle report. I'll be using Agrippina Adeptus Mechanicus.
And I'm going to be using Trusty Space Wolves.
Can't go wrong with him, Eoghainn.
Absolutely not.
So last time we actually had an Admech versus Space Wolf battle was, if you can remember, I think it was December 2016.
Yep, that'd be about right.
And you gave me one of the most, spoiler alert, one of the most sound defeats I've ever had. You didn't do anything for one turn.
Yeah, and then it was all turn 2.
And then turn 2, you smashed me. So this is a grudge revenge match, Eoghainn. I need to, I'm not happy with your Space Wolves. My Admech took one defeat, I'm not having it happen again.
Alright.
So what are we playing this time? We are playing one of the new chapter approved missions, which is called Recon. It's a Maelstrom of War. Bit of an odd one for setup on this is that basically we divide our forces into 3 segments and basically roll off to see which of those 3 actually get to field immediately. So you know, you've got even amount and then you roll d3, that unit gets to, that force sets up immediately, and the rest of them roll to see if they come on after your first movement phase. So after your first movement phase, on a 3 up, you can set up the unit within 6 inches of one of your table edges that you control. And on turn 2 you just set up the same way without rolling. So you will get your full force by the end of your second movement phase, but if you're really unlucky you might end up with very, very little at the first turn. We play with objective cards, so it's basically, you know, control. You get 3 objective cards at your first turn, and then if you don't have 3 cards in your hand at your turn, you draw up to 3. First Blood, Slave Warlord and Linebreaker all apply.
Yep.
With that, let's have a look at the forces. We have here our 1500 points of Agrippina Admech. I'm using a Spearhead detachment and a Super Heavy Auxiliary detachment, so I've got 4 command points to use in this game. For my HQ choice, I have a Tech Priest Dominus. It's got an Arcana Mechanica, which is basically a relic. Is the, forgive me, I never pronounced this right, Autocadius of Archenland. Yep, and the Warlord trait Necro Mechanic. It's also armed with an Omniscient Axe, Eradication Ray, and a Phosphor Serpentor. For my troops, there's only one. I've got Skitarii Vanguard, 7 of them, all of them just armed with Radiant Carbines. For fast attack, I have 3 Sidonia Dragoons, all armed with Taser Lances, Broad Spectrum Data Tethers. Then in my heavy support, I've got 2 Castellan Robots armed with Heavy Phosphor Blasters, and I've got 1 Dune Crawler with a Neutron Laser, 2 Cognus Heavy Stubbers and Broad Spectrum Data Tether, and I've got another Dune Crawler just matched out the same, with Neutron Laser, Cognus Heavy Stubbers, 2 of them, and Broad Spectrum Data Tether. Then I've got my Knight, which I don't know if I've used in quite a while, it may have been quite a long time. So it's a Knight Crusader. It's got an Avenger Gatling Cannon, a Rapid Fire Bow Cannon, 2 Heavy Stubbers, a Heavy Flamer, and Storm Spear, Rocket Pod, and his Titanic Feet. So that is my 1500 points of Admech.
Alright, so this is my 1500 point Space Wolves Patrol detachment. Leading the charge, I've got Harold Deathwolf, accompanied by a pack of 6 Thunderwolf Cavalry, 2 with Thunderhammer Storm Shield, and the rest with Frost Axe Storm Shield. I've got 2 squads of 9 Grey Hunters, just bog standard, no any special equipment, and a little pack of Long Fangs with las cannons, and then my big guns to bear are my Sikaran battle tank with accelerator autocannon, 2 las cannons and a heavy bolter, and a Stormfang gunship with a Hellfrost destructor, 2 las cannons and a Skyhammer missiles. And just to help me with the kind of relic rule, I've got a Lone Wolf situated right in front of the Sikaran. I'm pretty terrified of Ross's army, so hopefully this will do what I want it to do.
So this is the map we are playing on today. So we have 6 objective markers littered through this sort of Mechanicum world, runes. Yeah, it's pretty good. So we have 1 objective marker here, number 2 over on this side, number 3 with our favourite Gene Stealer heads over there. Number 4 is way up high, several tiers up. Number 5 is down to the ground over here. and number 6 is pretty much quite central to the map. So with that, we're going to be playing Vanguard Strike Deployment. Let's have a look how that works. Deployment's going to be really simple for a change. As part of the mission rules, we basically got 2/3 of our army actually off the field at the moment. We had to randomly select which ones would stay. So for myself, I rolled and I managed to keep for my first turn my Castellan robots and my Dominus over here. And then my Sidonia Dragoons over here as well. So I've got a bit of the map over on this corner, but only 3 units. Let's see what Eoghainn has.
Okay, so like Ross said, deployment was fairly easy this turn. The random units that I got for my deployment were my Scaran Battle Tank, deployed in the bottom corner here, my Lone Wolf, who is preparing to snatch an objective, and a unit of Grey Hunters who I have got up the front of the battlefield in hopes I can maybe grab a couple more. Yeah, this is going to be interesting first turn, that's for sure.
Well, we'll find out who gets first turn. I did finish deploying first, so I get +1. For you can't beat me, so you can. I've got +1. I'm on a 7.
Try to seize the initiative.
Seize initiative and a 6.
Nah.
So let's go into Admech, turn 1. So we're going to begin with Admech, turn 1. We don't have much on the field to actually begin with, but then again, neither does Eoghainn. So we each get 3 tactical objective cards to begin with. I'll be drawing those in a minute. And then we're going to do our movement phase, and I'm obviously going to get some reinforcements on, hopefully, as well. I'm going to activate my Canticle of the Messiah. It's going to be Shroud Slam, so it just means that Eowyn Sakaran's going to have a harder time hitting me. It just gives me a bit, everything counts as in cover, which is excellent. So with that, let's have a look at the tactical objectives available. So in this mission, we get to basically get 3 objective markers to begin with. So I have Blood and Guts, which is victory point if I destroy an opponent in the fight phase. Not going to happen at the moment. Secure objective marker 6. Well, marker 6 is at a very difficult place to get to. I think only my Vanguard and my Dominus can actually achieve it, so that's going to be tricky. And a quest for knowledge. Score D3 victory points if you control an objective marker that was controlled by your opponent at the start of your turn. If you control 3 or more objective markers that are controlled by your opponent at the start of the turn, score D3 plus 3. Eoghainn currently doesn't actually control any objective markers, nor could I get over there to take them. So I really don't see myself scoring any of these, but we'll see what happens. Let's come back at the end of my movement phase. So we finished up the movement for the Adeptus Mechanicus. We have our Sidonia Dragoons, who have moved up. They advanced, so I got a 6, so they've moved 16 inches, which is awesome. And my robots and Dominus moved up slightly to basically get in range of Eowyn Sakaran. Now, at the end of the movement phase, we roll each unit, and on a 3+, our reinforcements come on. I'm not going to lie, I did really, really well. My 2 Dune Crawlers came on, my Knight came on, and my Vanguard did not. But you know what, I'm not disappointed with that at all. That's a heck of an amount of firepower we're going to be moving into our shooting phase with. So we're going to begin our shooting phase with our Dune Crawler here with its neutron laser. I'm going to be targeting Sakaran because that's what neutron lasers are designed for, ripping through heavy armour targets. So I get D3 shots. I get 3 shots. I'm going to be hit on 3s, re-rolling 1s as I am near a Dominus. So 2 hit with 1 re-roll is 3 hits. I do ignore the heavy rule because I did move on, but I do ignore it. What's your toughness?
8.
8, so I'm going to be wounding you on 3s. 2 fail. I'm going to use a command point to re-roll one of them, but 1 has gone through. So that is 2 wounds. Now I'm -4 to your armour. I believe you'll probably be a 3-up, so there'll be no save of any kind. So it's D6 damage per 1, a minimum of 3. So that is 6 damage, that one becomes a 3, that is 9 wounds off.
That's awesome.
So with great success of the first neutron laser, its Cognis heavy stubbers are not actually within sight or range of any valuable targets. We'll go on to the second neutron laser, again targeting the Scan battle tank. D3 shots. For 2 shots, I'm going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s due to Dominus. So I've got 1 miss and 1 re-roll. So they both actually miss. Not helpful as the first one, but we've still got plenty of shots to do. Gonna go with my Castellan robots next. Now I didn't switch them into, I think, as a protector protocol to double their shots. I'm keeping them mobile at the moment just in case anyone comes in, sneaks up anywhere. But they did move, so we're going to hit on 5s and we're going to be targeting the Eoghainn battle tank because it's the only thing I can actually see. So we're going to get 18 shots. I'm going to hit on 5s, reroll 1s thanks to Dominus. So I'll take out the 5s and the 6s. And I'll take out the 1s. And take these away. Reroll these 3 1s. Any 5s? Nope. Cool. And I'll need 5s to wound you. For 2 wounds, Eoghainn, it's -1 AP, so it should give you a 4-up save.
It takes a wound.
Fair enough. And we're going to go with my Knight Crusader next. We've only got 2 of its weapons really in range. The Avenger Gallon Cannon is not in range, but its Rapid Fire Bow Cannon is. And it's, I think, is it the Storm Spear Rocket Pod is in range as well. So I'm going to fire the Storm Spear Rocket Pod at this Eoghainn battle tank, and the Rapid Fire Bow Cannon can just see those troops down there. You can actually only see one of them, but you only need to see one to start causing damage. So let's start with the Storm Spear. It is a heavy 3. Now I did move on, but I do ignore the effects of heavy. We're going to need 3s to hit. For 2 hits, just there, and I'm going to need 3s to wound you. For 2 wounds, now it's -2 to your armour save, so it'll be 5-up saves. This is D6 damage apiece. So 1 is saved. Do you want to use a command point to try and save the other?
Nah.
Nah. Cool, so on a 4+, it'll be First Blood. Only 2, I can't re-roll it, so it is down to 2 wounds. Lastly, the Rapid Fire Bow Cannon, it's going to fire its heavy 2d6 shots at the Grey Hunters at the back. Grey Hunters?
Yes.
Yep. 2d6 shots for 4 shots. Again, I'm going to be hitting on 3s. So only 2 hit, and it's going to be 2s to wound for only 1 wound. It's going to be -2 for your armour save, so you do get a 5-up save.
Let's go, buddy.
Oh. So 1 Grey Hunter is fried. So that is the end of Admech turn 1. You know what, not bad. I've got plenty of units who have came onto the field. So it's more about getting them into position because Eoghainn hid as many as he could. Maybe I should have focused everything on the Eoghainn and actually finished it off rather than killing 1 Grey Hunter. We'll find out if I really regret that decision shortly. Before we move on, I'm going to discard 1 objective card, secure objective marker 6. Reason being it's up in this building here, and I've got a long distance to try and get there with either a Vanguard or a Dominus, as those are the only 2 who can get up there, so not going to happen. So yeah, with that, let's move on to Space Wolves, turn 1.
Alright, so going into Space Wolves turn 1, my favourite unit in my entire array has received a brutal amount of punishment and has been rendered nearly useless. So, hopefully it can maybe take something out before it goes. I'm hoping I can be as lucky as Ross and get most of my units on the table by the end of this turn as well. If not, it's going to be a squeaky bum cheat down. Okay, so I have drawn my tactical objectives. Not particularly great for myself. I've got secure objective 6, which is doable by the next turn. Secure objective 5, again, could potentially get that next turn, which is secure objective 5 is here, and 6 is over here. And then the last card I drew was Assassinate. Basically, I've got to try and kill Ross's character.
We've only got 1.
Right over here. Chances of that happening are not very high. but I'm going to crack on and see what I can get. Right, so I didn't do much for my movement phase. Everything just kind of hunkered down for fear of big guns. Unfortunately, I was not as successful as Ross at bringing on my units. I had to expend a command point to get a reroll to bring my Stormfang gunship on. I did manage to bring on my Longfangs and Harald Deathwolf. Unfortunately, he is not accompanied by his Thunderwolf cavalry at the moment, but he is in a nice position where he can buff both the Sicaran and the Stormfang gunship. My Grey Hunters have stayed behind cover where they are for the time being, and my Lone Wolf is just waiting for that prime moment that I can hopefully secure objective 2. So I'm going to move into my shooting phase, and hopefully I can try do a bit of damage and even the odds a bit more. Cool. So first up on the firing line, Stormwolf gunship. Stormwolf is going to fire its last cannons and Skyhammer missiles at the left Dune Crawler.
Okay.
Just to be specific.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use a focused fire on the Hellfrost cannons at the Dragoons, who I will shoot at first just because they are closest.
Okay, okay.
So I'm getting 2 shots, hitting on 4s, I believe.
Yep, so you ignore the movement for heavy because you got Machine Spirit.
Yep.
But I do have Incense Clouds, which is -1 to hits.
Groovy. So 4s, both hits.
Uh-oh.
3s to wounds.
Yeah, so your Strength 8.
Strength 8, yep.
So 3s to wounds.
1 wound.
Okay, okay. I do have a 6-up Bionic save, which I don't make. I'm not going to reroll that.
D6 wounds.
Okay.
5.
5. I'm either destroyed or I'm down to a wound. I'm just going to check. Had a check, and at 5 damage, I'm down to 1 wound remaining on one of my Dragoons.
Sweet. So next up, my last cannons and Skyhammer missiles at the Dune Crawler. So fire last cannons first. 2 shots.
Okay, okay.
3s to hit. 1 hit.
Okay, okay.
Strength 9.
Strength 9, so your 3s to wounds.
1 wound.
1 wound, 6. So Dune Crawlers do have 5-up invul save, and as I'm near another one, I get to reroll a 1 if I do score it. I get to reroll that 1. Oh, so no, it goes through.
D6.
Oh no, so that's 6 wounds off a Dune Crawler straight off the bat.
Next, my Skyhammer missiles. So I get 3 shots with these. They are at -1 because they're shooting at a ground target.
Okay.
So 4s. 1 hits. Strength 7. 4s to wound. Doesn't wound. Alright, next up, with smoke belching from its engines and flames in various other places, my Sicaran battle tank is going to attempt to do some damage and take something down before it goes. So it is going to commit most of its firepower at the already wounded Dune Crawler, and fortunately, due to a little window featuring in this building here, the heavy bolter can shoot at the Dragoons.
Okay, okay.
So, first off, accelerator autocannon at the Dune Crawler. 8 shots.
Cool.
5s to hit. I'll take that. I get to reroll 1s, thanks to my little bubble from Harald Deathwolf. 4 hits.
Not bad.
They are strength 7.
So you're going to be 4 wounds.
Any 6s to wound become -3 to your armor.
Oh wow, okay.
1 wound.
1 wound, so it's -1 AP.
And just -1, yep.
Yeah, so I'm currently in Shroud Psalms, so I am a 2+ save, bringing me down by 1 is a 3-up save. Of course, there's my almighty 2s.
That's 2 damage.
That's 2 damage. He is down to 3 wounds.
So, that was a bit more successful than I thought it was going to be, but I still have 2 last cannons left to use, so I'm going to see if I can pop this Dune Crawler open. 5s to hit. 1 hit. Yeah, I'm going to use it.
Gonna go for a command point.
Yeah, I'm going to use the command point. Oh, no. So strength 9, 3s to wounds.
Cool. Right, it's going to be a 5-up invul because I think you're getting through 1, 2, 3 from my 2+ saves. So it's 5-up invul, re-rolling 1s because an Arjun crawler's nearby. We're okay. Oh no.
And lastly, from the Sicaran, it's going to fire its heavy bolter at the Dragoons. It's needing 6s to hit due to that -1 from the Dragoons.
Yep, the incense cloud.
I just need that one lucky shot. Nah.
Get reroll those ones.
Nah.
And we're filming.
Okay, last thing to shoot is going to be my long fangs. So I'm going to fire 2 last cannons at the wounded Dune Crawler, 2 last cannons at the fresh Dune Crawler, and I'm going to fire my bolt gun at the Dragoons from my ancient.
Okay.
See if I can get that lucky shot I need.
Yep.
So, first 2 last cannons at the wounded Dune Crawler. I need 4s to hit because they've moved.
And do you not get to reroll 1s?
And I get to reroll 1s.
What do you get? I see 1-4, which is excellent. And the other one was?
A 3.
Okay.
So, I need 3s to wound.
And you've used your command point.
And I've used my command point, yep.
Can't reroll that one.
2 last cannons at the other.
Yeah, is this the fresh one?
Yep.
Yep.
1 hits.
1 hit. It's a wounds. -3 AP.
It's -4.
-4.
Well, -3.
Yeah. -3, so it's going to be my 5-up invul, and I get to reroll 1s. I don't think I've used command point this time. I am going to use it because I really don't want you to cause too much damage, so I'm down 2 command points. No, so it gets through for 2 damage.
And lastly, bolt gun at the Dragoon. I need 4s to hit.
Oh yeah, because I'm -1.
Yep. Misses.
You get to reroll that.
Yes.
Oh, don't be heroic here.
He needs a 5 to wound. No.
So we forgot one thing before we move on to Admech turn 2 is some crazy rule from these Hellfrost cannon things. What is it, Eoghainn?
So because he suffered unsaved wounds, I now get to roll a dice, and on the roll of a 6, he suffers 1 mortal wound. So he could still potentially die.
I'd rather he didn't.
I really hope he does. He does.
Eoghainn. Right, mortal wound does finish him. I do also explode in a 6, causing another mortal wound to units within 3 inches. And no, I do not explode, but that will be one of my Dragoons down.
Not an awful first turn. However, I didn't manage to kill anything. My Sky Battle Tank did better than I expected to do. But I am pretty sure I'm going to get punished in the second turn. Ross doesn't look particularly happy that I even managed to wound something. I've chosen to discard my Assassinate Tactical Objective. It's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So, saying that, let's move on to turn 2 and see what the outcome is.
So we're now on to the Admech turn 2. With that I do believe my Vanguard will come on, which is okay. But I'm going to punish Eoghainn for that round. He didn't manage to kill a Dune Crawler, which might work out to his detriment. So with that, I'm going to go into my movement phase, move about, and then I'm going to also draw on a new card to see what my tactical objective is. Then we're going to punish a whole bunch of Space Wolves. So again, we're looking at the Admech cards. I've got Blood and Guts and Quest for Knowledge from the last turn. I've drawn Secure Objective 2. So that's not going to happen this game. Ironically, it's got an Infiltrator on it, which would have been the perfect unit to actually take that, but I don't have any in this game. So with that, let's go into my movement phase. So finished up the movement for the Adeptus Mechanicus turn 2. One thing I didn't declare beforehand was my Canticles of the Messiah. I really couldn't choose one I wanted because I don't need the reroll 1s to hit. I don't think I'm going to be doing much in combat. Don't need the +1 strength. I'm just going to roll for it. Looking for a 4 to get cover again. I got a 3, so I have Chant of Remorseless Fist, which is reroll 1s in the fight phase. Sure, why not? So where we're going to be in our movement phase, I've moved my knight slightly round just to, you know, threaten the field a wee bit and obviously get line of sight and a bunch of stuff. Dragoons stayed still. Basically I'm just trying to react to what moves into the middle in case any Thunderbolt cavalry come. My Castellan robots have stayed still, and I'm going to be activating an ability at the end of the movement phase. Dominus moves slightly so he can start repairing one of the Dune Crawlers, and my Vanguards have came in slightly at the back there, just to offer a bit of protection on that flank. So with that, I'm going to activate, let's go with, I think it's been Harrick Override on the robots. That means I'm going to switch from Aegis Protocol to Protector, basically doubling shots so that I'm destined to destroy some Longfangs. And last thing, I'm going to attempt to repair a Dune Crawler, D3, for 2 wounds, and I do get +1 because of, I believe, my Warlord trait. I'll have a check of that in a second. So it's actually the Autocatus of Archenlands that allows me to reroll with this dice. I also get +1 because I'm another wound because I'm a Necromechanic. I'm going to be greedy, try and reroll this. Won a 4, 5 or 6. I won a 5 or 6. Ah, and I paid for my reroll. So instead of 3 wounds recovered, it's only going to be 2. So yeah, that's my movement. So I'm going to begin the shooting phase with my Castellan robots. They're going to fire all their heavy phosphor at the Longfangs. Might be a bit overkill considering I'm now in Protector Protocol, essentially giving me 36 shots.
Okay.
Which is a lot of fun because they get 9 shots a piece usually, which is 18 times 2 for Protector.
This is worried.
Yes, 36 shots, hit on 4s as I didn't move, re-rolling 1s. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So we had an excellent to hit roll, that's how many hits we've got so far. I've got this many 1s to re-roll though. So that added a fair amount onto there as well.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, no, Devastators don't tend to survive much against these guys. I'm strength 6, so it's going to be 3 wounds. Yep, so there's that many saves, Eoghainn.
Got this.
Yep, at 5+.
I've got this.
Yeah, so 5+, you also don't get the benefit of cover, not that you were.
Got this.
Do you?
Got this.
5 pluses.
Death Guard's protecting.
You're no.
So dead.
So dead. So yeah, we're going to start, we're going to go with this Dune Crawler next, which is still at peak efficiency for its wounds. It is going to target with all its weapons that are within range at your Stormwolf. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Cool, so I'm going to activate Protector Doctrina, I believe it's called, which gives me +1 to hit, or +2 if I have a data teller of some type. I do have a data teller. It's +2 to hit, brings me 1+ to hit, and your -1 hard hit brings me to 2+. Excellent, but we've got to find out how many random shots we get. D3, and I'm out of command points to reroll this. Do not roll a 1 or 2, Ross. We have 3 shots going in, so I'm going to get my dice. I also get to reroll 1s, and I'm hitting on 2s. So the Protector Doctrina is hopefully going to work out really well here. 3 shots from my neutron laser, needing 2s to hit, rerolling 1s because of the Dominus. Well, thank goodness I got that Doctrina, and thank goodness for the reroll 1s from the Dominus because that was an awful roll. We do have another 1 unfortunately, so 1 does miss. And we're going to be looking at 3s to wounds here. For 2 wounds, it's -4 to your armor save, so there will be no save of any kind. D6 damage per 1 with a minimum of 3. So we have 5, and that's a minimum of 3, bringing 8 wounds off. Going to throw the Cognis Heavy Stubbers, which are just in range to fire at the Stormwolf. So 6 shots, because I've got 2 of them, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. Well, yep, thank goodness for that re-roll 1s. So all but 1 hit. It's going to be 5s to wound you though. For 2 wounds is your normal armor save.
It's fine.
It's all good. So second neutron laser, gonna be firing at the Stormwolf this time. Now I am down to sort of my middle efficiency, which is hitting on 4s, but you're hard to hit. So I'm hitting on 5s. So we're gonna get D3 shots. For only 1 shot, hitting on a 5. Get a reroll that 1 though. It's a hit. Uh-oh. 3s to wounds. We have a wound straight through your armour. How many wounds you got left?
6.
6 will finish you, but I do a minimum of 3.
It's dead.
It's gone. That will be the Storm Wolf. I believe you do explode in a 6.
Yep.
Go for it. And it does not explode, but that will bring the Storm Wolf down. So we have our knight going next, and partly tragically for Eoghainn, with so much death in there, his lord, I forget his name.
Harold Deathwolf, yeah.
Harold Deathwolf is the closest to him, so I can put shots into him. With that, I'm going to put my Storm Spear rocket pods into this cannon, but everything else into Harold. With that, I'm going to begin with Storm Spear pods, hitting on 3s. Ah, well, that's unfortunate. Might not kill this Skaran after all. 3s to wound. So we'll wound the Skaran. It is -2 to armour, so 5+ save. So it does go through.
So are you going to command point that?
Are you going to command point it? Is that your last command point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes!
So he's sticking about for now. So now I'm going to go after Harold. Eoghainn told me a bunch of rules for this guy, and actually I'm quite terrified I might not bring him down, even with a knight, but we'll see, we'll make our best attempts. Rapid-fire battle cannon, straight into him. 2d6 shots. Wow! 2 shots! Oh man, 3 to hit. With only 1 hitting, which is a real shame. It's going to be, what's your toughness?
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5, 3s to wounds. It's a wound, however, when you told me he's got a Storm Shield.
Storm Shield, which gives him a 3+ invulnerable save, and Mantle of the Troll King, which means that I get +1 to any saving throws I make from shooting attacks.
Yeah, so you're a 2-up invul.
Yep.
Right, let's get other dice going. So I have a subtle feeling Harold's going to live through this, tragically. I'm going to fire my Avenger Gatling Cannon. It's going to be 3s to hit, 12 shots.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good, 11 hits.
Harold's going to feel this.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be 3s to wound him. I'm strength 6, your toughness 5. Not so good, but again, quite excellent. So that many 2+ invul saves. Don't make them all, Eoghainn, I will not be pleased.
I failed 1.
You failed 1, so he's down to 5 wounds. So the final things that can shoot are going to be the heavy stubbers from here. I do have 2. Going to be firing straight into Harold. So 6 shots, hit on 3s. Where were these shots for like the battle cannon? Because that could have ended his days.
Yeah, no, like I'm pretty confident he'd been pansied by then.
Yeah. It's going to be 5s to wounds for no wounds. Woo. So that's it for Admech turn 2, and what a turn 2 it was. Most things going to plan. Removed the long fangs, though there was no question that was going to happen. Removed the Storm Wolf, which outside of those vehicles they put a lot of firepower, but it is now gone. Didn't manage to remove the Skaran, but I did manage to use up Eoghainn's last command point, as I did as well. And Harold is a tank, like 2-up invul. What a hero. I did score first blood, so it is 1-0 at the moment as we move into Space Wolf turn 2. I am, however, before I forget, gonna burn Secure Objective Marker 2 because I'm not getting that far up the field.
I took some punishment there. That was... I felt that. Yeah. All of a sudden, my big guns are useless.
Dead.
Yeah, dead. My Skaran's still kicking, so I'm hoping he's gonna churn out something. It's down my Thunderwolf Cav really. My only real hopes are winning this game on points. So it's now going to be a game of duck and cover and avoid as much firepower as I can. Moving on to Space Wolves turn 2.
Okay, so last turn I burned a tactical objective. This turn I drew my new one, Mission Critical Objective. I have to hold objective marker 4 for the hopes of D3 potential victory points. That is going to be a real challenge, as it is in the opposite corner, and it is very high up.
Yeah, it would be 1 victory point unless I controlled it, in which case you'd get D3, but you're just not going to get there.
Yeah, it's not happening. So, moving on to the movement phase. So, I am still playing my game of duck and hide, as Ross has castled up. So, my Thunderwolf Cavalry have come on, going to try risk it for the biscuit and try charge the knights. Some Grey Hunters here, just throw out some bolt rounds and hopefully something will die. Mascara's still alive.
Champion.
Still benefiting from Harold's buff. And I've still got my my one little lone wolf hiding behind a brick, and my last squad of Grey Hunters up in the back side. Really, I just need to be able to take this turn 3 and I'll get a moral victory from this game. So let's see what I can kill, and we'll go from there. So, the Sicarian is going to be first up to shoot this time because it's the only thing with big guns left. He is going to shoot the majority of his firepower again at the first Doom Crawler from last time.
The one that's damaged.
Yeah, the one that's got the most damage.
Yep.
And Heavy Bolter back at the Dragoons. So, Accelerator Autocannon. First up, 8 shots, 5s to hit.
Get to reroll those ones.
Get to reroll these ones. Nope. 3 hit.
Strength
7, so
4
4 wounds. No
Oh,
wounds.
okay.
2 las cannons.
Yep. Reroll that one.
No.
Oh man.
Nothing. Right, the Heavy Bolter at the Dragoons then.
Okay.
So, you need 6s to hit.
You need 6s indeed.
1 hit.
Nice.
5s to wounds.
5s to injure, strength 5, I'm toughness 6.
Nothing. So, after the poor firing from the Sicarian, my Grey Hunter squad, they're going to shoot the Dragoons, see if they can't wound something.
Yep.
9 shots.
Hit on 4s, rerolling.
1s. No, not a single one. I got 4 hits. Ooh. And 5s to wounds.
Indeed. Wow.
I'll take that though.
Yeah, okay, I didn't expect that. Where was that on the Doom Crawler?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get 4 plus save because I'm not shard slammed anymore, so 4 plus save. And I'll take that back, I only lose 1 wound.
Time to put nail to hammer, or hammer to nail, actually. And my Thunderwolf Cavalry are going to attempt to charge the knight. Ross, don't suppose you just want to not stand and shoot?
Oh, let's go and do some Overwatch. 2d6 from the Raptor Battle Cannon. 6 shots, you know what, acceptable, but I am going to be 6s to hit. So 3, 6, 6s to hit. For 1 hit. Now I'm Agrippina, so I would actually be 5s, but he doesn't benefit from it, unfortunately.
Don't know what that means, but yeah.
It's a Forge World rule. It means everything hits on 5s in Overwatch, bar the knight, because he doesn't have Forge World rule. That still means nothing to you, does it?
Nope.
Nope. 1 hit, 3s to wins.
1.
Really? Gosh darn it.
Niente.
Cool, let's keep going. Let's go with the Avenger Gatling Cannon next. 3, 6, 9, 12. 6s to hit. For 3 hits. It's going to be 3s to injure, I'm strength 6, your toughness 5. 3s to wounds.
3 wounds.
3 wounds, it's -2 to your AP, so it will be your 3 up.
Storm Shields for days!
Oh man, I hate Storm Shields so much. And then I think I've got my Heavy Stubbers next. 3, 6. 6s to hit. I've lost one already, that was cocked. Wow, okay. And I've lost 1 dice.
Heavy Stubbers killing it.
Yeah, Heavy Stubbers, cool guys. It's going to be 5s to injure. 1 wounds, an actual save.
It's groovy.
Groovy, I don't think I have. Oh no, I've got Storm Spear missile pods. 3 3 shots, hitting on 6. No. The flamer's out of range. Go for Eoghainn. It is.
I need to
double 6 time.
Oh, 5 or 6.
No, we're pretty sure it's double 6. So you need to be heroic here, Eoghainn.
Nah.
No. At least you didn't lose anything to Overwatch.
That was a really bad turn. Like a really bad turn.
Was that a really bad turn?
It was a really bad turn. I did nothing. I inflicted a wound. I'm still hopeful though, you know, I'm still holding out. I have decided that I'm going to burn my mission critical objective, which was to take objective marker 4. It's never going to happen. Once more I'm going to have to ride some serious firepower, and I can only assume that that night he's going to attempt to kick some dogs in the face. So, moving into Admech, turn 3.
Admech turn 3. Fortunately, it was a very poor round for Eoghainn there. Unfortunately, I've taken out some of his range support, minus the Karen, which is struggling. So it's really going to be down to him and his cavalry to ride into battle. Whether he can or not, we'll see. But with that, I'm going to unleash a lot of hurt in this round. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. I do have a new card to draw, which will obviously be very handy, and I've got a new Canticle of the All Messiah. Again, I don't really know which one I need. You know, no, it's not going to benefit many things. I still reroll ones with loads of stuff, so I'm just going to roll for it and maybe get Shroud Slam or something. I'm not that bothered. 2, I'm not 100% sure which one that is. I think that's the Listency of the Electromancer, which won't affect anything this round. I'll have a check, see what the effect is. Okay, so we're going to look at the objective cards I have this round. Again, I've kept Blood and Guts and I've kept A Quest for Knowledge, both kind of hard to achieve. And then I got Defend Objective 6. I don't know was these Admech guys, you know, why their obsession with number 6 is, but I really don't want to get up there. I could possibly do with the Vanguard, but it's a long trek to do so, and I think I've got Space Wolves in the way. Kind of difficult. Let's see how I finish up my movement phase. So finished up my movement phase for the Admech. My Knight and Sidonia Dragoons are going after these Thunderwolf Cavalry. Basically, if I can break them, it's going to really reduce Eoghainn's mobility to, again, all the way across the board and threatening me. Again, these guys, they're just staying still, really handy. And my Vanguard did a run move up here, and they got a mighty 6, and they're just moving towards objective marker 6. So I might actually get that. Eoghainn, if you can pass me a dice, please. I'm going to actually attempt to start repairing my Dune Crawlers again. Let's go with the one that is a wee bit damaged. So I would recover 2 wounds, bringing me back up to 7, which is, I believe, peak efficiency, which is excellent. Oh no, I get to re-roll it, so I'm going to re-roll that for free. Yeah, no, I'm definitely 8 wounds back because I get 2 from that roll, and then I get +1 due to Necromechanic. So 3 wounds back on a Dune Crawler. So we're going to start my shooting phase with the all-important Knight. All its firepower, absolutely everything, straight into these
Thunderwolf
Cav. So we're going to start with the Rapid-Fire Balkan, 2d6 shots for 8 shots, which is a lot better than I've had previously in this round. So we're looking at 3s to hit, which is pretty good. Again, I am strength 8, so it's going to be 3s to wound you. Okay, not great. 3 wounds. It's going to be on to your invul save. So 1 goes through, d6 wounds. I really want this to be high. 3 wounds.
It's enough to kill 1.
I believe that is 1 down. Storm Spear next. Going to be firing at the pups. So we're getting 3 shots in on 3s. Oops. Bad roll though. 2 misses. 3s to wound. We do have a wound. 3 up invul save. Oh, it is a fail. It's d6 damage, so I need 3+ again. Another one.
Another one down.
Gone. Next up, the Avenger Gatling Cannon. We're going to get in onto the pots. 12 shots, hitting on 3s. Oh, that is nice. 3s to wound, Armstrong 6, toughness 5. Again, rocking. Yep. So that'll be your 3-up pinball save. And you go back, now it's only 2 damage a piece, so that is technically only 1 dog down. So our knight's going to do his last weapons. It's got 2 heavy stubbers, hitting on 3s. For 5 hits. Wounding on 5s. For 1 wound, the up save.
Where's the shooting from the knight being?
From this game.
This is amazing.
Yeah, fine. And he does have a heavy flamer, d6 shots. For 6, the automatically hits. Heavy flamer, strength 5, so it's forced wounds. For only 1 wound, 3 up save. And 1 has taken a wound. Still in robots next, still in protective protocol. The only viable target they have is this Karen.
Let's see if they can ride this storm.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Absolute beast.
36 shots, because they are doubling their shots essentially. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. That was not good, but we'll have a look at it. So we had 19 hits there, and these are the reroll 1s due to the Dominus. Okay, and again a few more hits, which is nice. So if my math's right, 19, that's 23 hits. Wounding on your toughness 7, wounding on 5s. For a wee bit of damage there. Yep, that's the amount of wounds, so 3, 6, 9 wounds. I just need you to fail 2, it is -1 AP, so it's going to be 4 plus saves. It was a good effort, Eoghainn, but 4 wounds go through. It does it explode?
Don't know, let's roll a dice and see. 2.
No.
Yeah.
So this Dunecrawler Neutron Laser is going to fire its Neutron Laser. It can just see the heads of this Thunderwolf calf here. So I'm going to fire Neutron Laser and the Cognus Heavy Stubbers at him. D3 shots, Neutron Laser. 2 shots. Hit on 3s, rerolling 1s. It's 1 hit and reroll. That's still a fail. So roll to wound, it's going to be, I'm showing 10, so it's 2s.
Yeah.
And that 2 made it.
Shrug it off, buddy.
Oh, he just throws it back with his shield. I hate storm shields.
Love them, mate.
Gonna fire the heavy stubbers. Yep, so it's gonna be 3-step rerolling 1s. Of course, there's 2s. And it's gonna be 5s to wound you. Don't count drop dice. 5s. 2 5. Oh, enough to kill him. It'd be nice to see another Thunderwolf gone.
You're a baller. You got this. You got this.
Oh,
you so got
he's
this.
so got
You
this.
so got this.
Fair enough. So I'm actually finished my shooting phase, mainly because my other Dunecrawler literally can't see anything else in the field, and my Vanguard did actually advance. So with that, we're going to go into the shooting, the charge phase. Knight's going to charge your wolves, and the dragoons are going to join in as well. Presuming you don't have anything to overwatch.
Unfortunately, I do not know.
Nope, so the knight is a double 1 to actually get in combat. So he is healthily in.
Yep.
So dragoons, they will fail on a double 1. But nope, they are in it as well. With that, we'll move them in and we'll start combat. So interestingly enough, after I moved my knight in, the dragoons actually couldn't fit, so they couldn't actually charge, which is a problem. So they'll be sending this one out, but we'll start with our knight against these Thunderwolf. Now I'm going to be attacking with Titanic Feet, which is basically you get 3 attacks per 1 attack I've got on my profile, so 12 attacks. Hit on 3s. Yeah, okay, acceptable. Wounding on 3s. And strength 8. Yep, so we've got 4 wounds. And then you've got your 3-up pinball save. So you've only got 1 fail. I cause D3 damage, so I really want this to be a 3+. So 3 will finish off that one that was already wounded. With that, I'm out of attacks. Time for you to strike back.
Okay, so time for my Thunderwolves to strike back. Try to do some damage. Unfortunately, they're probably not going to be able to kill the knight, but they're going to give it a damn good try. So, with my Packmaster and my other Thunderwolf, I get 5 attacks with Thunder Hammers. -1 to hit, so 4s. 3 hits. Their strength 8, toughness 8, so I need 4s to wound. Only 1 wound.
1 wound. I do have 6 up armor save against this. The Iron Shield only works on ranged weapons. So 6 up. Nope, so I'll be 3 damage on the knight.
Cool. So now I get 6 attacks with my wolves.
Okay.
So 4s again. No, sorry, 3s this time.
Okay.
Because they're just regular.
They all hit.
They are strength 5.
So 5s to wound. There's 1 dice gone away, but it is a wound.
5. So that's 3 wounds.
Oh, not bad. What's its AP?
-1.
-1, so 4 up saves. So I fail 2. Is it 1 damage piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a total of 5 wounds on the knight.
So that is the end of Ross's combat phase. I have to take a morale check, as I lost 4 Thunderwolves over that entire turn.
Okay.
So I need to roll 5 or less.
Yep, so 1 dice, 5 or less. So you're going to lose a Thunderwolf. You can re-roll it. If you roll a 6, they're wiped.
Yeah, go risk it for the biscuit.
Go for it. Show us a 6. Ah, so they're all good. So that is the end of Admech turn 3. Yeah, it was a problem round, I don't have many things to target. Equally, the threat of basically my ranged is keeping Eoghainn at bay, making him struggle to get any sort of board control or move about. I've taken out Scarran Battle Tank, which is excellent, and I've taken out a whole bunch of Thunderwolf Cav, as they are serious problems. Really put a lot of pressure on Eoghainn here, sort of trying a way to get to me, or to at least get points. But speaking of points, I haven't achieved any, but there's possibilities coming up. Blood and Guts does require me to eliminate a unit in the fight phase. That's all very possible against those Thunderwolf. And defend objective marker 6 is possible, in a turn or 2 if my Vanguard can move across. So with that, I'm going to burn a Quest for Knowledge, because basically Eoghainn doesn't want to control any points, and if he doesn't want to control any, I can't score it. So with that, I'll burn that as we move on to Space Wolves, turn 3.
This is my sad face. But man, losing 4 Thunderwolves. I was kind of hoping that my saves would help me out there, but I really forgot just how punishing a Night Titan truly can be. I genuinely don't have anything left to do. Any of my guys that move out of cover are only within range to be gunned down horrifically by the castle of firepower that is up on the back end of the table here. So for my last turn, I'm just going to go straight into combat, see what my last 2 Thunderwolves can do, and then I think that might be game on my behalf. So I drew my last cards for this turn. So this time I drew Area Denial. It's actually the first card that's kind of been in my favour. So I will score 1 victory point, provided there are no enemy units within 6 inches of the centre of the table, which there are not. I would have scored D3 victory points if there was nothing within 12, but sadly the Castellans are just within that range. So I'll still get a point at the end of this turn. Not enough for a victory, unfortunately. So I'm just going to move straight into my combat phase. Right, straight into Space Wolves combat phase. See if these Thunderhammers can't knock some kneecaps off a knight. So I get my 5 attacks. I need 4s to hit. 3 hits.
I need 4s to wound.
Oh.
No wounds.
Oh man.
6 attacks for my wolves. That is 3 hit. 5s to wounds. Only 1 wound.
1 wound, cool. It will be a 4+ save. Which I do fail, so he's down to 18 wounds.
Time for retaliation.
So my knight is going to strike back, still at peak efficiency, so I do get 12 attacks, hitting on 3s. Pretty poor roll actually, wow, wow, wow. Only 4 hits. It's going to be 3s to injure. All wound though. That'll be your 3-up invul save from your storm shields. So 1 does go through, a 5 or a 6 will end him. Nope, so just a single wound.
So, at the end of my turn 3 combat phase, nothing happened, inflicted a wound. I'm going to call it there. I've seen enough of my Space Wolves die this game.
Yeah, I know you're not a fan of it.
Ross has got, yeah, the firepower that he's got it's in such a strong position that unfortunately the squads that I still have left on the table, despite still being at full strength, no matter where they move, they will be gunned down. You know, his weapons ignoring cover will just, they will just shred me.
Castellan robots just take out troops like there's no tomorrow if given the chance. So, nah, 30, I think there's 36 shots each time, and it takes you a few rounds to get to me. I'm also on the verge of getting a few points. If I get near objective marker 6 and hold it for your turn and my turn, I get, I think, D3 victory points, or 2 or something. I just need to win this combat, and if you're only causing one
wound a turn.
1 wound, I know I only cause 1 wound as well, but eventually if I grind it out, I will get, you know, more points as well, you know, and I'm just controlling the board by keeping you back.
Has been a fun game though. It's been an interesting learning curve. Last time I played Ross was 7th edition with a pretty similar Space Wolves army in some regards. Seeing the differences between the 2 armies in 8th edition is very eye-opening. So I'm looking forward to the 3rd game, best 2 out of 3 I suppose. But hey Ross, at least I managed to take it to 3 turns. That means I win, right?
No.
Oh.
Well, Eoghainn, it was probably not the revenge I was hoping for.
Like I said, man, I managed to take it to turn 3, so
yeah,
I'm taking a moral victory in that one.
Yeah, okay, so you made it to turn 3, I only got to turn 2 when we played last time, and I suddenly just went, I'm done, I can't win this.
That was still a pretty sound kicking you gave me though. I felt that.
Yeah.
I really felt that.
I think especially with the way sort of Castellan robots work now, they really do strip back basic troops very efficiently.
Yeah, no, after you activate that,
doubling their shots.
It was a protector protocol.
Protector protocol, yeah.
Yeah, after you activated that, you know, that basically kind of like prevented my infantry from going anywhere. I feel like, you know, I was very much on the back foot from turn 1, and looking back at it, maybe if I'd been a bit more aggressive with my movement, perhaps with like Harald Deathwolf, maybe in turn 2, maybe if I just charged him up the field, maybe that would have thrown you a little bit. But ultimately, I think you had that game. Just
controlling the centre field by threatening you, just a wee bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, like, you know, once you crippled the Zakaran, and then with that spectacular takedown of the Storm Wolf. That was it. I had no guns, nothing to threaten you with. Yeah, it was brutal.
Yep, that's probably the best way to define it. So I think you're quite keen for revenge. I know I waited a year for revenge, Eoghainn, and I think you're quite.
Yeah, no, I'm keen to go for best 2 out of 3.
Yeah, best 2 out of 3. So we're at 1-1 each this time. So we'll see best 2 out of 3. We'll get to that shortly. Thanks again guys for watching. Please comment, share, like and subscribe. Check us out on social media. We put up a bunch of stuff of projects we're working on and local community posts of like sort of what's getting worked on and rumour, all that stuff. So hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you on our Tabletop Assault Battle Report.
See you later guys.